Hi, it's Anthony from carplaylife.com, and today we've got another tech video for you. Today we have two products from Spigen. We have the Spigen ArcField Magnetic Wireless Charger for MagSafe devices. We also have the ArcHybrid Mag Wireless Portable Charger. So if you have an iPhone with MagSafe, then these two products will work perfectly with that to give it charge, both at the home and also whilst you're away. So first up, let's have a look at the ArcField. This is basically like Apple's MagSafe wireless charger, in that it basically attaches to the back of the phone here and charges your phone. It has up to 7.5 watts of output. Also works with the Apple AirPods 3 with MagSafe charging. And it's recommended that you pair it with a suitable charger like their Mag 20 watt charger, which provides 20 watts of power delivery charge. So I'll be checking out their charger as well. You can also choose their other ArcStation wall charger, which offers up to 27 watts of power delivery. So we're checking both of these out and see how well it all works. So first, let's check out what's inside the box. So here's what you get inside the box. You get a happy card or thank you card. You get a small little manual that tells you how to connect everything and get charging. And you get the ArcField Magnetic Wireless Charger as well. Pre-attached, it doesn't use USB-C like we see on some wireless chargers, such as the Apple's one. That's all fused as well at the end here. And you get a fairly long cable, probably just around a meter in length, with a USB-C on one end. The cable is very thin. It's a little bit thinner than Apple's own. In comparison to Apple's own MagSafe charger, it's a little bit bigger, as you can see here. The cable is also attached, and you can see that it's pretty much the same thickness. But if you did want to use this in any sort of accessories that are MagSafe compatible, it probably won't work because of its general bigger size. So it wouldn't fit into the circle area of the mount, for example, or desktop charging station or something. It just wouldn't fit in that just because of its size being slightly bigger. It has this little aluminium surface, so it makes it feel a little bit more premium than Apple's own. So that's good to see as well. And you've got the logo side, which is the side that's facing away from the magnetic side. So you want to be attaching it on this side, this surface here. And then once you've got your phone, it just attaches like that. And there you go, it starts charging. So, all right, so let's get this attached to a wall adapter and let's get charging. So I'm going to check it out with the ArcStation 20 watt charger of theirs. You can, if you've got one that's roughly about 20, well, at least 20 watts, you can use the USB-C on that. So basically we connect the cable onto the power adapter and then we'll get this plugged in. Right, so we've got the ArcHybrid attached to the wall and it's all powered on, ready to go. We've got the logo side facing on the outside. So this is the MagSafe side. We'll attach it to our Apple MagSafe case and you can see it starts charging. Now it's not doing the MagSafe animation, which normally just comes with MagSafe accessories, but it just shows you that it's just generally wirelessly charging the phone. You can see here. I'll run this down to less than 80% and then we'll do a speed test. Right, so we got our Amperes app and we've got it down to 58%. So that's a good significant amount to test the general charging of the wireless charger. So we're gonna get that attached to our phone there. Thermostat is normal, it's now charging. So let's go to a test and we'll come back with the results. Okay, the test is finished and let's have a look at the results. So we've got 3.98 watts. It's done 795 milliamps in that 1%, which took 140 seconds. So just over 2 minutes to get to 1% of extra battery power. So not they're advertised up to 7.5 watts, but this is at 60%, but I would have thought at least that would have done a significant faster charge. Right, so I've attached this to the 27 watt charger that Spigen do, and we're going to go for another test. Okay, so the test is completed. See the results. So a little bit better there. We got 696 from a 27 watt charger of Spigen's with 1392 milliamps in that 1%, and it took 80 seconds. So just a little over a minute, so half the time with just that extra 7 watts in that charger. So if you were thinking of picking up a better charger to plug something like this into, then I'd recommend getting the higher 27 watt wall adapter from Spigen as well. And I'll link both of these adapters in the description below if you want to check that out as well. But overall, I think that's not a bad speed. At the same rate, that was again at 60%, so just under 7.5 watts, so near to 7 watts there from this little MagSafe Charger from Spigen. So the ArcField MagSafe Charger from Spigen retails for $24.99, so quite a little bit cheaper than Apple's own adapter. It is a little bit bigger than their own, so you can't really use this with any other accessories that houses the MagSafe disc, so bear that in mind. But if you're not thinking of doing that and you just want a magnetic wireless charger for your iPhone or your Apple AirPods 3, this is a decent alternative to the official MagSafe charger. Next up, we have the ArcHybrid Mag Wireless Portable Charger. This is basically a MagSafe battery pack, similar to Apple's, in that it holds 5,000 milliamps of battery on the inside, and then it wirelessly charges to your phone by simply slapping it on the back of your MagSafe iPhone, and it will start charging it magnetically without needing to plug in any wires. So let's have a look at what's inside the box. So here's what you get inside the box. You get a thank you card again, and a small little guide that tells you how to charge the ArcHybrid Mag wireless charger, how to understand its charging indicators, and basically how to slap it onto the back of your phone and get it charging. Got a small little promotional guide for their GaN technology charging adapters to get the fastest charge into their wireless charger. You get a bundled USB-C to C cable attached with a nice little Velcro tab, and that is roughly around 1 meter in length, USB-C to C, so you don't have to fish out one yourself. So the only thing you need is a decent wall charger. So with this, we're going to check out their higher ArcStation wall charger, which offers 27 watts of power and is apparently 48% smaller than Anker's own 25 watt charger. So here we have the charger itself. It's very, very small. It's kind of like the Anker Nano, I think, in terms of size, but I've never really seen that in the flesh. But from the photographs, that is absolutely tiny. And for 27 watts, with this GaN technology, things are getting a lot smaller. So this is nice to see. This is all fused. It doesn't come off. And we've got a single USB-C input there and 27 watts of output. So we'll be connecting up the adapter like that, connecting up like the bottom here, USB-C on the ArcHybrid Mag, and that can then get that fully charged. Let's have a look at the charger itself. It's around 17 millimeters in depth, which is just under 7 millimeters more than Apple's own. It's a little bit wider and a little bit taller than Apple's own as well. Comes in black, and you've got a Spigen logo on the top there. A very small little tiny little button here that allows you to power the pack, and you can see it's half charged. You've got 2 LEDs out of 4, so it kind of turns off on itself. So that's good to see in case you forget to turn the battery off. Charging input and output from the USB port here is possible, so you can charge a phone and a separate device using the bundle cable, or if you've got another cable with you like a lightning cable to charge your phone, you can plug that into here as well. And you both get up to 5 watts of charging out of the pack and the phone. So not brilliant, but it's if you're out and about and you haven't got any power source nearby anyway, that would be good enough. If you're just charging from the pack directly and you're not magnetically charging anything else, then you get up to 12 watts of charging power. And then when you're just using the MagSafe battery on its own, you can get up to 7.5 watts of charging as well. Right, so we've got it plugged into the 27 watt charger from Spigen. This is the cable that came with the battery pack itself. Just going to plug it in like that, and we basically have our charging indicator here now. And that's going to start flashing as it builds up to its full capacity. As I said earlier, it's 5,000 milliamps of battery, which is a lot more than what Apple provides, which is just over 1,460 milliamp hours. So that's roughly around 3.4 times the capacity of Apple's own battery. You are at the sacrifice of something just a little bit thicker, more over anything that's longer and narrower. There shouldn't be that much difference. So if you want the extra power, then you will want to look at batteries such as this one. But we'll disconnect that for now, and then we'll just see what it's like to get this attached to the phone. So with the logo pointing upwards, we can just attach it like that on the back of our leather MagSafe case on our iPhone 13 Pro here. And if we do that, nothing's going to happen because we haven't actually turned it on yet. So this is a really nice feature because you might not always want the power to go into the phone, such as you don't want to overheat the phone if you were to game on it, for example. So having the ability to turn it on and off is really, really nice to see. So if we just press that once, It takes a little while to notify, but then the charging actually happens. So if we had it already turned on, pop it on the back, and then it's going straight away. So it takes a little while to fire up once you turn it on, but once it's on, the charging happens straight away. It does not a great job at having any sort of centering. I don't know if it has that horizontal little connection point at the bottom here. You would have thought with that enough space you would. It does attach on the back of the phone, all right. Fairly decent magnetics, pretty much on par with some of the other wireless chargers that I've tested, but it doesn't feel like there is no central magnet point on the back there, which would have been nice to see. But it is charging, and we'll get this down to around 60 to 80%, so we can actually test out the speed of this battery. Right, so I've got the phone down to 60% or just over 60%, and we're going to charge the power bank, slap that on the back there. That's going to start charging, and let's get testing. So I'll see you in a bit once it's finished. Right, so the charge has finished, and let's have a look at the results. So similar to their MagSafe charging adapter, you've got 6.96 watts. So we've got similar results there to their wired or wireless MagSafe charging adapter in terms of the rate, exactly the same, which is amazing. Went from 62 to 63% in 80 seconds with a charge of 1392 milliamps and a wattage of 696. So very close to the 7 watts and almost very close to the 7.5 watts that you can get from the actual pack itself. So that's really, really good to see. Another addition is that you could use like a lightning cable, such as this one from Spigen as well, which is a meter long USB-C to lightning cable. And then you can basically put that into the pack itself. That all makes it come alive. Plug that into the phone, that starts charging, and let's see how fast that does. So it should technically do 12 watts out of this, so we should get a faster charge if we're charging directly from the USB-C port. And let's check out how fast that is. Right, so that test is now finished. We'll take the cable out. We've got a 9 to 9 out of the cable charger, so very close to 10. Not quite the 12, but it is going from 64 to 65%, so it might be tailing off there. And it did that in 60 seconds with 1,857 milliamps charged in that period. In that time, I didn't really feel this getting any hotter, and the phone didn't really get that hotter either. Very small test though, because I only did like 1% of charge before I removed it. So over test of time, it might actually get a little bit hotter from the pack itself. One more test I'll try, and I'll charge the iPhone mini at the same time as charging the iPhone 13 Pro wirelessly on the back of this as well. So we should in theory get 5 watts each, and we'll test how much wattage this gets from the charger itself. So that will start charging when I turn it on. That's now charging. And I'm going to attach this. That's now charging. We're going to load up the Amperes app and get testing. Right, so charging has been completed. This is still charging, as is the iPhone 13 Pro. We'll just take that off and let's just check out the results. So 3.5 watts there instead of 5, 700 milliamps in that period, and it took 159 seconds to get to 1%. So significant drop if you're dual charging from this battery pack. You wouldn't want to be relying on this too much due to that charge rate. And again, that was at 66 to 67%. So we probably are seeing a little bit of a tail off of charging power in that higher region, but still at 60 it should really be going at max output. So overall, these top 3 results, so 3.5 watts whilst it's charging another device, 9 watts or thereabouts if you're charging from the USB-C port on its own. Otherwise you got 7 watts from the MagSafe charging on with it attached to the back of the iPhone. So overall then, not bad result for the ArcHybrid MagSafe battery pack for the iPhone. If you don't mind the compromise of the extra thickness, you are getting a bigger and longer lasting battery pack than Apple's own, and you are saving a bundle as well because it retails for $59.99 from Amazon instead of paying roughly about $89 for Apple's own version. So you can save some money and get a bigger battery as well along with it. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video on these 2 products from Spigen. Just to recap, you've got the ArcField MagSafe wireless charger and you've got the ArcHybrid 5000 milliamp hour MagSafe battery bank for the iPhone. And you can check out the links to both of these products down below to learn more about them and to buy yourself one. You can catch all my other tech accessories up in this top playlist up here. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell to catch all my future content, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.